But then did you see the transmission problem that they had right after that match where they lost their feed from the wrestling arena and they got the wires crossed with that security camera footage? Did you see that?
I'm not sure.
Suddenly, a security camera at some reform school broke into the feed, and there were 3 of the juvenile delinquents standing there trying to cut a promo like they were real wrestlers. Oh, wait a minute. Checking my notes, it was Hangnail Page and the Buckaroos. I'm sorry. Apparently, that was not juvenile delinquents from the local reform home. They did some inside lines to pop themselves only. Did you hear when Page said something to the effect of the match? Well, I didn't see it, but it sounded great. Did you hear that line? That's what they get their panties in a wad about, because when they were on independent shows and they would ask one of the veterans that was guesting for the night in the main event, what did you think of my match? I didn't see it, but it sounded great. And so they're very butthurt about all the veterans that blew them off because for obvious reasons, like I'm doing now. When did Nikki join the hair club for men?
I don't know.
It's
been going for a while.
No, but didn't it used to be blonde?
Well, when he grew his beard, he kind of dyed it all so that it would, match.
But it's like a Vince McMahon dye job now. It's ridiculous. It's so dark and everywhere. They both look like they're being made up to a remake of I Was a Teenage Werewolf.
Speaking of things that Excalibur said on commentary that were ridiculous, what are your thoughts on AEW calling them the Hung Bucks?
I did not hear that.
Oh, yeah. No, that's what they're calling them. Hangman Page and the Young Bucks, the Hung Bucks.
Well,
seems pretty stupid to me.
I'd like to see them hung up by their thumbs. Does that count? They were the original inspiration for Vienna Sausage, Maddie and Nikki. And next week, we're going to see the BBC against the Buckaroos. So that's just going to be fantastic. And also another dream match after you eat copious amounts of Taco Bell and go to sleep filled with alcohol. You will dream this. Yeah. Twinkle Toes is going to wrestle Will Ostrich at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's another big one that they're doing at the pay-per-view.
And that's another guy that we see again on television, every 6 months? Ostrich shows up once and... All right.
They had a big match at the Tokyo Dome, and I enjoyed it. And I know it's not exactly your cup of tea, but it was a big match. And they're doing a rematch at this pay-per-view with no build-up beyond this announcement here.
Are there going to be any matches with anybody that we like that are actually on the TV program on a regular basis?
Well, based on what MJF said in that promo, it was the media scrum, he's not going to be on the New Japan show unless that was just talk.
Oh, Christ.
I don't know if CM Punk's going to be on that show, especially if...
well, he better not be and spoil
Friends of
the
the
fucking...
Bucks. Yeah.
Well, spoil the debut of the...
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know. One would think that, here's the thing. One would think that his first appearance and the first advertised appearance obviously is June 17th on Collision, but are they going to turn around and in 10 days just shoehorn the biggest star in the company into a fucking match on the pay-per-view that quickly?
No, exactly. They're not going to do that. But I will say, Okada versus Danielson and a rematch between Ospreay and Omega for that audience, that's a big deal. Those two matches are bigger than any match they had on the show last year.
So we got to watch this, right? Is what you're saying?
I will watch this, so you can if you would like.